Alright, my friends, and here we are, Pikmin 2. Playing the GameCube version, but we are using a Wii, because it's a little bit more reliable. My GameCube has a lot of trouble reading discs. It works really well for the Game Boy player, but it's very unreliable for anything else. Thank you for standing by, though. And thank you for letting me take that short break. "63 days in. The plan tonight is to revisit the Dream Den. That's where we've been the last couple times. It's a very large system of caves. Wait a minute, what's going on? I might not have saved some of our progress last time. This isn't right. Oh no. Alright, we've got to go to the sunset so I can take a look at something. I may have messed up. I may have lost some of our progress by failing to save. Possessed Squash. Extreme Perspirator. I remember both of those. "10 treasures. Is that right? Is that all we collected? I don't know. I'm very confused now. I think that's probably right. I think we didn't lose any. I think I lost a little bit of grinding, but I didn't lose any real progress. I think we came out of the cave, and then I collected berries, and then I ended the day, and I must have forgotten to save at the end of the day, but it saves when you leave the cave anyway. So I think we're all right. We lost a little bit of time, unfortunately, but I don't think we lost any treasures. We'll just go with blue and red for now. We need to clear out all the enemies between here and the cave. It's our first order of business, as it usually is. We'll just leave all that stuff here. We'll come back for all the collecting all at once a little later on. Probably should power everyone up. hate this guy. He's always tearing down my bridge. I hate that guy even more. That guy with the bombs, he's the worst. I think there's someone behind you, Frownie, backseating to death. I just noticed him, to be honest. That's Isaac, yeah. He's usually in the background. There was a while there. Where I didn't have him. I mean, when I first started the stream, I didn't have him in the background. Though I have known Isaac for several years now. He's been my roommate for a long time. But he's been a frequent guest to the stream. Ooh, I just lost a ton of Pikmin and I can't move because something knocked me down. Nope, I can't get up. Poor Olimar. Oh, come on. Pikmin's decision-making frequently annoys me. Vansky, welcome in. AK Vansky, great to see you. Been a while since you stopped in. Hope all is well. Everything's very well. I'm very happy to have you with us. Were you up to some time trials in Mario Kart? It looks like that's the case. And how'd they go? Vansky does Mario Kart 64 speedrunning, my friends. And if you're into that kind of thing, then look no further. Use that link in the shout-out to give our friend a follow. Grinding away at seemingly unachievable times, but I'm making slow progress. We certainly respect the grind, my friend. Another raid. We've got Vansky and now Sven. A double raid. How are you, Sven? How did your stream go? What were you doing in the what were you doing in the retro category tonight? There's another shout out link, another link for you to use, my friends, to add another deserving streamer to your list. Working on Rygar on NES. I haven't played that one myself. We're just getting started with some Pikmin tonight. We've got a bit of busy work here at the beginning. We're trying to clear a path to the cave where we've been slowly harvesting treasures over the past couple streams. Hoping to get a few more tonight. How do I... thought I was supposed to be able to restore their health here, but it doesn't look like that's working. Well, I'm not sure. It's a lot of fun. I'm working on the retro achievement set for it. Should finish it up soon. Those are something. So that's something that's a little bit interesting to me, and one of the things that I feel like it's a kind of a shame that that's probably what I see as the biggest drawback to playing on original hardware. Is I think that those retro achievement challenges look like a lot of fun. I'm running out of daylight here. I was purposely leaving all the so much of the stuff behind because I want to build up our yellow team. But now I've wasted so much time that there may not be enough time left in the day for them to collect all this stuff and get it where it needs to go. That's too many enemies, too many Pikmin for that task. Retro achievements are a lot of fun. It's hard to switch to emulation. I also prefer the actual hardware. It's just, I mean, I haven't tinkered with emulation a whole lot, but I've never had success in, like, finding a setup that felt close enough to the old hardware to keep me happy. Use RetroArch. It links to retro achievements, and did some for Mario Kart 64, which was pretty fun. I was looking one time at the retro achievements for Contra, and I guess of course the lists are like fan made or whatever. The Contra achievements are very weird though. I wish I could come up with an example, but I can't really think of one. I remember when I read the list for the achievements for Contra, I was just like some of these are really weird. There've been a lot of improvements in emulation. I believe it. I really haven't looked much into emulation since gosh, 2009. I think it was the last time that I was really making a serious effort to get into it. That's partially true for trying to do it on PC. I do have the homebrew channel on my Wii and a couple emulators on my Wii, which I thought would be good, but it's, I don't know. I haven't had a lot of success with that either. Had to get USB controllers. I don't like the feel of newer controllers like the Xbox One for the old games. The D-pad specifically always feels weird. Yeah, I was talking about that before. It's very odd, like finding a controller with a good D-pad. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. D-pad technology was basically perfected like 3 decades ago, and yet finding a modern controller with a D-pad that's not terrible is so difficult. I've been playing a lot of Game Boy games on the stream, and for that so what I did was I got an adapter that lets me plug my Nintendo 64 controller into my GameCube, because the GameCube's D-pad is just ridiculously tiny, and even using the Game Boy Advance as a controller isn't really that great. So I got an adapter so I can plug my Nintendo 64 controller into my GameCube, and now I'm using that to play all these Game Boy games. And I've got a proper D-pad, and I've got the A and B buttons in proper alignment. You know, the Nintendo 64 controller, it really gets a lot of use from me. There was no point in redesigning the Xbox 360 controller. Yeah, I liked the 360 controller. The D-pad is terrible on the 360 controller. As well, I don't like the D-pad, but I like that layout. I liked the PS4 controller. I didn't use it a whole lot, but I did like the feel of it for the brief time that I had it. I had a PlayStation 4 for I had it so briefly. I only had it for like a month, I think. So I didn't have a lot of experience with it. But I remember being really impressed with that controller. The PS3 controller I hated though. It felt so light and cheap. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. Most of the enemies that we took out should still be gone. So I think we're okay to go all yellow. Vancy says, I prefer the PlayStation controllers over the Xbox mainly because they had better joysticks. I've spent a lot more time with the 360 controller than I have with any PlayStation controller. I don't know. I remember when I first played the PlayStation 2, I had a very hard time adapting to that controller because I'd played the Nintendo 64 for so long. And I like how the Nintendo 64 has these notches around the joystick. And I had a really the I had a really hard time getting used to a joystick that didn't have those notches around it, like the Nintendo 64 and the GameCube. I still have trouble with that sometimes, depending on the kind of game I'm playing. No third arm. You know, one of the things, like, I always hated that, I always hated that joke, when people would say about the Nintendo 64 controller, oh, you need 3 hands to use it or whatever. Like, I got tired of that joke. And then I started playing some games on the stream, like Mission Impossible. For Mission Impossible, you legitimately need 3 hands to play the game because it uses the stick and the D-pad. And there are a couple other, I think Superman 64, there's something that you need the L button for. And so there are legitimately games on the Nintendo 64 that you do need 3 hands for. So I'm not annoyed by that anymore. Now I'm annoyed by the controller. I've come across, I think it's those two. I know I've come across at least 2 games on the stream where you actually needed the whole controller, and it's just mind-blowing. Alright, going into battle with a type disadvantage. Awesome, we didn't lose anybody. I'm warring on too many fronts. There we go. I don't want to spend too long on this kind of stuff I'm doing right now, but I do want to, I do want to build up our yellow Pikmin numbers, like I said, just a little bit, and get some more juice in our pocket before we head back down into the underworld. Okay, is that it? We get everything? More berries. Let's see how this goes. Sound like I'm gonna take the Ring of Power to Mount Doom. It's what it feels like sometimes, Vansky. Right? We're so small and powerless. Alright. I wasn't gonna harvest more berries, but I just can't help myself. They're right there, right? We're probably not even gonna make it into the cave, though, because there's probably gonna be more enemies we have to take out along the way. I don't know. We might make it there just before sundown. And that would be fine. Not ideal, but fine. Okay, everybody just wait there. Did I make someone drop a berry? Why are there only 4? Oh well. Okay, alright. That's good. That's clear. Perfect. Alright. Let's go get our team together and... we'll be ready to head down. We've got a lot of juice. Okay. So, I want to have, let's say, 20 yellow. $30 blue. $15 white. And 35 red. That sounds good. I like these numbers. Gonna lurk, don't mind me. Thank you. I appreciate the lurk, Vansky. Thank you again for the raid. If I don't get to say it again, I really appreciate you joining us and bringing some of your friends along. And I wish you continued luck on the Mario Kart 64 grind. Why have I lost Pikmin? I've got to go, friend Frownie. Sounds funny, but I gotta go. Well, thank you for being here as well, Doe. I appreciate your company. It's been great having you here to chat with these past few streams, and I look forward to enjoying more of your company in the future. I hope you have a great rest of your night until I see you again. Always a pleasure watching your streams. Thank you. Thank you, Vansky. Alright, we really gotta hurry. That sun is setting. Everybody, quick, finish up your juice quick. We gotta get moving. Okay. So as always, the plan is to rush through the floors that we have we've already cleared the treasures from, and to hope we don't get demolished on the floors we haven't. So there's going to be a lot of sort of sneaking and rushing if everything goes as planned. Okay, we need some of our poison specialists. This is good. We got a really good floor 1, friends. We can open up the cave in peace. This is great. Off to a good start. Yeah, this is basically the best possible floor 1. And we're already through. was curious since Sven was talking about Rygar. I want to take a moment to look at my shelf and see. It looks like I do have a copy of that game. I think I always confuse Rygar with Karnov. Karnov. When someone talks about Rygar, I picture Karnov in my head. I know it's not the right game, but it's what I imagine. I don't know why that is. Okay. Find somewhere safe to stand. Not gonna drop any bombs on us, are you? Oh, perfect. Really good floor 3. I think it's like on floor 7 or so where we're gonna actually have to start collecting treasures again. Oh, this floor. We get to skip it. We get to skip it now, but this floor was a nightmare. I've lost so many Pikmin here. It shouldn't even have been that hard. I just panicked when we first got here, and one of those enemies steamrolled my whole team. And I've never forgotten the terror. Floor 5. Okay, no treasures here either. This is okay. This is the fire floor. Everyone be safe here, please. Actually, I think I want to actually tear down a wall here. I think there's nectar behind all these gates. There's a bug to deal with. Well, there's not nectar behind all the gates. There we go. It's not very much. I guess it'll do the trick, though. Everybody stay there while I find the door. Is that it? That's it. It's not even far away. Floor 7. Is this the one with all the spiders? It's not. Wow. This... Oh, no, this is a dangerous floor. This is a very dangerous floor, everyone. Everyone stay in that corner for a moment. Let me go investigate. Okay, this floor doesn't seem to actually get randomized. Um, is it slow to use only 5 Pikmin? Yes. Are we going to be here a while? Yes. But it's going to be safe. Maybe. Slow and steady wins the race. Look at that. It wasn't even that bad. That wasn't that bad at all. Okay, sublevel 8. Okay, so this is the lowest floor that we've actually cleared out. Oh. What am I even doing? I don't need to do any of this. I just need to run to the thing. Chills. What? I'm getting compliments? Thank you, barnacles. Mr. Jinx? Is that... Oh, is that barnacles or barnacules? Like a Greek hero. Thank you for the follow, my friends. Thank you both. I really appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Brace yourself. Oh my goodness. I think that bug has poison, so... There's no treasure on this floor. I don't want to waste a lot of time here. Oh my goodness, that is a big raid. Oh, wow. We've got a lot of people coming in. Hello, hello. I don't know if everyone's made it into the stream yet. I hope you can see me. Is it Barnacules? Thank you for the raid. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming in. Welcome to you. Welcome to your friends. Paper Clips. Great to see you. Onda EDJ. Thank you for coming along. Poker Wrench. Tufom. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Apologies if I do. Tufom. Larsum. Greg Brim. Sea Gamel. Like Hercules, but with a barnacle. Oh, I guessed that too, but I went wrong. Oh, no. So it's Barnacules? I love it. Enjoy the raid, Agent Frownie. Been streaming for 8 hours, so I need to get some sleep and food. Hit me up on Twitter if you're over there tomorrow. Right on. Thank you for the raid, and I don't begrudge you needing sleep and food. Go right ahead, friend. Rest well. Thank you for bringing your community by. We really appreciate it. Dressy Chalice, welcome in. Mechberg, welcome in. Thank you for the sub. Thank you very much for the follow, for the sub. Paper Clips, thank you. Idle Hominid. Undoer. The Chris MX. Onda, thank you. NGG12, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. It's a lot of people. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of standing here. It's a lot of people. I can barely keep up. It's a good problem to have. So, I hope you had a good stream. It sounded like you were perhaps not going to hang around for long. Just chatting, it says, was your category. But I hope you had a good time. And I thank you again. Thank you for the follow, Greg Brim. We're very happy to have you all here. For those of you new to the stream, which right now is the vast majority of people, I'm Frownie. I stream several nights a week. I'm a retro variety guy. Very retro, very variety. And we're working our way through Pikmin 2. I've been playing it for quite a while now, and you would suspect that I would be pretty good at it by this point, but I'm afraid, I must admit, we're pretty far along in the game. It's pretty difficult, and my Pikmin are not safe. I don't understand why they still leave me in charge. Because I've led them into so many calamities. We've been told you're handsome and nice beard. Thank you, Dressy Chalice. I'm sorry I didn't catch that before. All right, so we are in new territory right now. I've never gone this far down into these caves, and I don't know what we're gonna find, but I expect it's all going to be horrifying. It is. I'm immediately terrified. That giant orange fish guy over there, he's the worst enemy in the game, and my heart just sank to see him here on this floor. I have to say. So we need to recruit our blue team, and we've got to prioritize taking that guy out. I'm doing a terrible job. I'm doing a terrible job. Who is breathing fire? No, I didn't even see that guy. Stop knocking me down. I don't even have enough Pikmin to lift him up. Oh my goodness. We've got to get out of here. I can't handle this layer of the cave. We've got to run for it. I lost too many blue Pikmin. Jedi Master Grogu. Welcome in. Good to see you. Night of 1,000 Frights win. So that game is actually on my to-do list. We've been doing sort of a Jank Games marathon since last month, and it shows no sign of ever ending. I've been alternating between Powerpuff Girls and Scooby-Doo titles for the first portion of every stream, and it's been a nightmare. Most of the games released based on those franchises have been really, really not fun. But yeah, Night of 1,000 Frights. I have that for the Xbox. So that's on the to-do list, and we'll probably be doing it within a week or two. Right now we're working on Mystery Mayhem on the GBA. After we finish that, we'll have to play another Powerpuff Girls game, and then I think Night of 1,000 Frights is my next Scooby-Doo game to play. Ravenhawk, welcome in, by the way, and thank you for the follow. Sorry it took me a moment to catch that. But believe me, I do appreciate you. Favorite retro console? Dressy Chalice says Sega Dreamcast. I have only played... Well, it's not true. I've played a couple Dreamcast games. I have a Dreamcast. I have no games for it. I have a Dreamcast and I have 0 games. I had one game at one time. The only Dreamcast game I've ever owned is Typing of the Dead. And I technically still have it, but the disc has stopped working. I can't get it to play. Fortunately, I understand that Dreamcast games are very easy to replace. So I could very easily build up quite a library. I just haven't gotten around to it. but the Typing of the Dead was the only game that the only game I've ever had for it yet. I was a Nintendo kid growing up, more or less. The Commodore 64 was the first place that I ever played video games. Like, my first gaming experiences were all Commodore. And we had an Atari briefly for a while, a 2600 when I was real young. But really it was with the NES that it took off. And that's probably still my favorite console. Is the NES. How do you type on the Dreamcast? You type on the Dreamcast with these amazing Dreamcast keyboards. I've actually got one of them right next to me. They've even got the Dreamcast branding and everything. It might be mirrored for you guys. I got the Dreamcast. Where did I get the Dreamcast? I think I bought the Dreamcast at a thrift shop. But so it didn't have any games with it. And then I got the Typing of the Dead a little while after that. And then even later after that, I went to a game store and they had two of these, and I bought them. And I said, "Oh, I can't wait to get those home." And the guy was like, "Oh, I know exactly what you're playing tonight." I had a lot of fun. With the Typing of the Dead. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I wanted to play it on the stream a couple months ago. I wanted to do it on the stream, and it was when I was setting it up and trying to test it out. That's what I found out to my horror, that I can't get that disc to read anymore. Grogu says the 3DO for favorite console. I have not heard a lot of good things about the 3DO. I apparently need to be educated. Demolition Man's top favorite. Sparrow says I was definitely more Sega, but like Nintendo too. Huge keyboard, yeah. They might. I don't know if they made a smaller version. My cousin got a Dreamcast right at the end of its life as a holiday gift. Friend was playing a Steam version of Typing of the Dead on their stream yesterday. So it might not be the same one. I know there's Typing of the Dead Overkill on Steam. I have played a little bit of that. It's really like if I remember right, it's got a lot of like 70s styling to it. I haven't played it a whole lot, but I have had fun with that one too. The 56K modem. Oh, you know what? I do still have a piece of software that I think worked. I don't have the Dreamcast modem, but now that you mention it, I do think I have the web browser disk for the Dreamcast. I have the keyboards. I don't have the modem. Unless it's built in. But I don't know. I have the web browser disk though. Please play it on stream someday at some point. You need a skip doctor to repair the disc. That might do the trick. That might be the thing to do. Oh, I forgot about this enemy. This enemy steals our treasures. Oh, this guy's terrible. I don't like him. I mean, I don't like any of the enemies, if we're being clear. They're all mean, and I don't like them. I don't care. He can have that thing. As long as he doesn't get the treasure. That's what I'm worried about. In fact, I'll leave enemy corpses to distract that guy. I miss playing the old side-scrollers like TMNT. I haven't played the first one on the... If we're talking about the one on the NES, I haven't played the first TMNT game. The one that's sort of like notoriously super difficult. But I've spent a lot of time playing the second one, the arcade game. Yellow Taste Tyrant, French's Mustard. It's, I find that arcade one to be pretty much unbeatable, though. I've gotten so far in it, and yet still cannot bring home a victory in that game. It's like an old arcade light gun game, but typing. Yeah, so Typing of the Dead on the Dreamcast is, I think it's exactly House of the Dead 2. I think it's the exact same game, except they, except with a few edits to turn it into a typing game instead of a light gun game. You've kind of got a Bob Ross vibe going, and I dig it. Thank you for that. That's sort of what I go for. Is I try to keep things fairly laid back. I do experience moments of intense stress and agony while I play games, but I try not to. I try to maintain a fairly relaxed environment, regardless of the troubles I may be experiencing. And Bob Ross, that's I take that as some pretty high praise. That's quite a compliment. If only I could be as talented and soothing. I bought the home arcade machine of TMNT, hoping that I'd make some friends who would come over and play it with me, like in the old days. Oh my goodness. I didn't expect him to fall off the... I didn't expect him to fall off the edge like that. Okay, so I'm thinking just... No, no, stop, Pikmin, please. Please. They're designed to take quarters and eat all of your money. So when it comes to like arcade games, I'm really not the biggest like arcade fan in the world. I've always preferred the home console experience myself. Arcades have always been kind of an interesting, a slightly interesting novelty, but have never been my preferred way to play, except maybe for Miss Pac-Man. I think the arcade experience is the arcade machine experience is probably better than any home experience for Miss Pac-Man. Favorite game on the GameCube? Go. I don't know. I probably won't have a very exciting answer. Most GameCube games, the thing about the GameCube is most of the games on it I've only played once. I guess Smash Brothers Melee is probably the game I've played the most on the GameCube. So if we're just talking about the game I've had the most fun with, then it'd probably have to be that. The GameCube is kind of a console. I missed out on a lot of the GameCube. I had a GameCube at launch, but it came out like right as I was finishing up high school. And when I went to college, I didn't take any games with me, and so I kind of stopped playing video games during college. And I really didn't get back into them again until the end of the Wii U. So far as really playing games regularly. I mean, I would still play stuff from time to time, but it was always sort of NES to N64 type stuff. Godzilla Pinball Machine is probably your favorite? I also like to think of Frownie as the Bob Ross of retro games, Cal says. I'll never have a fro like his. Are you Canadian? I am not. I live in Wisconsin, so I'm about as close to Canada as I could get, but not quite across the border. I'm not native to Wisconsin though. I actually grew up in Kentucky. Alright, we got all the treasures from this floor, so we're gonna have to come back to this cave with an army of just all blue Pikmin for that one floor where that bomb guy was, where everything started to go bad. We're gonna need an army of all blue. I've never played a Godzilla pinball machine. Where I grew up, I had two pinball machines that were sort of nearish to me. There was a Rescue 911 pinball machine at the Pizza Hut local to where I grew up that I remember quite fondly, and there was a Star Wars pinball machine at a barbecue joint. So those are probably like my most fondly remembered childhood pinball machines are Star Wars and Rescue 911. And Rescue 911 seems like a rather morbid subject for a pinball machine. But it was fun. It had a helicopter that would pick up the pinball and airlift it to a different part of the machine. I always liked that feature of it. Bought a light gun that works with sensors around the TV, but it's important to get the sensors to stay put, like a modern TV, I'm guessing. Love to get a custom arcade cabinet with at least all the light gun games. I'm reading stuff out of order. Had a light gun for the PS2, but that required a tube TV. Yeah. What's the difference between Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man, really? Miss Pac-Man's just the only one, just the only one I played growing up. I don't think I've ever played Pac-Man on an actual Pac-Man machine. That's why I specified Miss Pac-Man growing up. I never really went to arcades when I was a kid. Just some of the restaurants. Just some of the restaurants kind of near where I lived had arcade machines. That was really my my only exposure to arcade games. Light guns really were better with CRTs. I mean, I think they're really only functional with CRTs for the most part. I think most of them don't work at all with a flat screen, right? Godzilla pinball machine looks amazing. Haven't had a chance to play one yet. It's generally regarded as the best pinball machine ever designed. I didn't know that. Rescue 911. Yeah, I know. Dressy Chalice says Animal Crossing for favorite GameCube game. I didn't play the GameCube one. I didn't play the GameCube Animal Crossing very much. I did play a whole lot of New Horizons. I put like 1,200 hours into that game. I played Wild... Is it called Wild World? I played Wild World on the DS, but not a whole lot. There was a Rescue 911 at a resort game room that I used to ride my bike to. Right on. Had a Terminator 2 pinball machine, an arcade game called Snow Bros. Both pretty awesome. I've heard of Snow Bros. Never played it. Guns for flat screens need extra sensors like the Wiimote. Tolatier, welcome in. When I'm controlling Olimar Tolatier, he's more of a reluctant figure. The question I keep asking is, why on earth am I in charge? I am clearly not the best choice for leader. The old ones don't work at all with the flat screens, right on. Snow Bros is one of the best two-player single-screen platform games, up there with Rodland and Bubble Bobble. I don't know Rodland. Bubble Bobble I've played a little bit of. Thank you for the follow as well, Dressy Chalice. I just saw that now. I don't think I properly thanked you. The Follower, welcome in. Pleasure to have you with us tonight. Hope Wednesday has treated you well. Welcome to a very slow and nervous cave expedition in Pikmin 2. Yeah, if an enemy drops onto me inside of this little room, I may cry. Alright, it looks like we're safe. Okay, good. This is good. Let's, There we are. We'll move a little bit more quickly this way. Survived, can't complain. I'm in the Dream Den right now. This is our third or fourth trip to the Dream Den. I've collected, I think half of its treasures so far. And these floors where we are now, they're all new to me at the moment. I'm pretty far in. I've still got caves in a couple of the earlier areas to go back to get the treasures from. So I'm definitely going to be playing this for a while. Yeah, this is my first playthrough. So far I've played the original Pikmin once, and now this is my first playthrough of this one. And I tend to go into playthroughs of games completely blind. I'm very stubborn about avoiding spoilers and refusing to receive help as I play through games. Which many deem to be a great error on my part. But it's the way I prefer to play, right? It's how I have an allegedly good time. Okay, I think we can get this frog guy. I'm not very afraid of him. Hold him down. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle is one of my favorites on the GameCube, by the way. I've never played that one. So far as Sonic, I can actually enumerate all the Sonic games I've played so far. I've played, I think, every Sonic game on the Sega Genesis. Right? I've played 1, 2, 3. I've played and Knuckles. And I've played 3D Blast. I think that's every Sonic game I've ever played. Exciting, I won't say anything. Appreciated. I definitely like to hear people's thoughts on the games that I'm playing. It's just a matter of, wanting to hear them sort of after the fact. Rather than up front. That's why Celeste took me triple the normal time it takes to complete. Celeste, I haven't even finished. Celeste is whew, what a game. It's a lot of fun, but it is so hard. I've got like 1,000 games I want to play. Sparrow, my list of stuff to play. My list of stuff to play is agonizingly long. I mean, everybody's is, right? So many games that we all want to get to, and I don't know. How do you make time? How do you make decisions about what to play next? It hits you in the feels. Buddha Fingers. How many treasures are left in this last cave? I think 11 were left when we entered, and I think I've found 2 or 3 so far. So I've got somewhere around 8 left to find in this cave. Some of them I've already missed, so I won't be done with this cave on this run. I've gotta, no matter how this goes, I've gotta come back to this cave. This is terrible. That guy ate one of my Pikmin. Oh no, I'm spilling everyone. Alright, we'll just all retreat. Non-spoiler question, what made you choose the GameCube version? The GameCube version was, well, I guess, so I actually don't own this game. I have this game on loan, from my sister. She was, kind and generous enough to mail me her copy to play on the stream. But she did ask me. She asked me the Wii or the GameCube version. I guess she has both. I'd rather play it without motion controls. So I told her GameCube was my preference. I'd play either one. She didn't actually specify. She didn't actually specify whether or not she owned the Wii one. Now that I think about it. This is baking powder. This is the same brand of baking powder that I've had sitting in my cabinet in the past. I think it looks basically identical. I just prefer free aim. I can see how that would probably benefit me too, but 3 more streams, at least, calling it now. 3 more streams to finish this cave. Is that what you're calling, or 3 more streams to finish the game, Buddha Fingers? Because we've probably got 12 more streams of this game. I have the exact baking powder in my pantry. The real world products are it's so weird. I don't know if I'm ever going to get over it. Thank you for the follower. Much appreciated. Thank you. I've been overwhelmed with kindness tonight. A lot of new people have come by. A lot of them have chosen to follow. Thoughts on Pikmin 1? I love Pikmin 1. Playing through Pikmin 1 was a magical experience. I got the good ending on my first playthrough, and it really came right down to the wire. I actually reached the last area of the game on day 29, and I failed. Or no, I reached it on day 30, and I failed. I got killed during the last boss fight, and I was so heartbroken. And it gave me the bad ending, and I was like, well, I guess I'll have to play it again. But when I loaded the save file, let me start again at the beginning of day 30, and I said, we have a second chance. And then I succeeded on the second one, and we got on the second try, and we got the good ending. And I was so happy. But playing through it, it was a magical experience. It was a stressful experience, though. I felt the weight. I felt the weight of that clock with every passing second. The pressure of that clock was immense. I'll never forgive my brother for trading in Pikmin 1 to Game Crazy. I would be very very hesitant to part with my copy of Pikmin 1. It is a really good game. I had a lot of fun with it. Game Crazy is a story I haven't heard in a while. I don't know if I've ever been to a Game Crazy. Or was it Hollywood Video? Hollywood Video I have a first-hand experience with. Alright, we got another treasure. We'll pick up this guy too, just because. And this guy too. We'll pick up everything. I think that's going to be another floor cleared. Oh, I'm so scared. Hollywood Video's way better than Blockbuster. Fight me. So I had Hollywood Videos near where I grew up. I don't know if did I ever even visit a Blockbuster. I don't know, probably at some point, but definitely not regularly. Bought my first Xbox there and my Wii at Game Crazy. It's a dangerous move. It's a dangerous move to assign discernible words to the noises video game characters make, because once you do that, you can no longer unhear them, right? It's like when if you start making up lyrics to the soundtrack in a video game, then you curse yourself, because then you can never play that game without hearing those lyrics in your head. It's always risky business. Y'all remember people cared about Newgrounds? I remember Newgrounds being a thing. I was never a regular of it. I spent a lot more time on Albino Black Sheep back in those days. I think that was the name of the site. When I'm huddling around something, I'll give it another listen. I wasn't entirely sure. which of their noises you were referring to. All right. All right. I suppose I can hear it. Family video is greater than Hollywood video, Jesse Chalice says. My local video stores were. We eventually got a. I think it was a Hollywood video in my hometown, but that was like when I was about ready to move on to college, so I wasn't really closely connected to it. The video games from my hometown that I remember most fondly were independently owned, like mom and pop type things. They weren't part of the bigger chains. There were two of them. There was one that was a dedicated video store, and there was another one that was a video. Well, actually, there were three. There was one that was a video store section built into a grocery store, but that one closed real early. And then there was one that was built into a sports equipment store. There was also just like part of a bigger store. And then eventually that one closed. And the third one was a freestanding, just focused on rentals type place. You sound like a TLC video guy. I don't know what that is. This is a scary situation. I'm glad I have a lot of this fiery juice. He keeps tripping, but he won't stay down long enough. Alright, there we go. Get him out of the way. Get him out of the way, too. Ooh, was that some nectar? Alright. I ask this respectfully, where are your purple Pikmin? I didn't bring any purple Pikmin into the cave with me. I have a lot of them at home. You just have to trust me. The purple Pikmin are great, but I keep getting them all. I keep getting them all killed, so I don't use them very often. No, he woke up. Nice. We got a root. That's an A&W root beer cap. I would recognize that from 100 miles away. You know, when it comes to root beer, I've always preferred Barks. Hypnotic Platter. Here's something super trivial that really annoys me. I would have lost all respect for you if you said mug. I like Barks root beer. I miss Barks' old slogan, right? They used to say Barks has bite. And wow, what a catchy slogan, right? It's almost like a play on words. It's really good. It's a really good one and true to the product, because that's what I like about Barks is it's really I find it's a really like abrasive kind of root beer. I feel like it's less sweet and yeah, it's more abrasive, for perhaps want of a better term. But but they changed their slogan to "It's good." No longer Barks has bite, but Barks, it's good. And it's like, what? What marketing expert did they hire for that slogan? Like someone got paid more money. I expect someone got paid more money than I'll ever see in my entire life to come up with the advertising slogan, "It's good." It's like they stole that from Log and Ren and Stimpy, right? It's better than bad. It's good. Isn't that how the song goes? That's it's upsetting. All right, here's our exit, which I suspect we're going to need. What I'm going to do, you see. No, I don't want to do that. No. Because I think we're about to go into battle yet again. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave a couple Pikmin. Tucked away back here in the corners. So that if this boss fight goes terribly wrong, we might have a chance to retreat and not lose everything I worked for tonight. But I mean, if I'm probably going to retreat immediately anyway, but because I don't feel prepared to fight a boss at this moment. But we'll see. I'm going to start with a team of a very small team. Just those. We're going to split up. I said we're going to split up. Where's a good place to stage these Pikmin? Maybe just over here. I'm not very good with the whole strategy thing, and you're about to see. You're about to see. Barks has bite. I used to live in Biloxi, where it was made. Only root beer with sugar. Barks is the only root beer I know of with caffeine. I like that about it. Blasphemy, A and W for the win. Have you ever tried it at the restaurant? Now that I don't think I have. I have to admit, I don't think I've ever had A&W fresh at the restaurant. Have you ever had a Moxie? I don't think I don't think I have, Buddha Fingers. IBC is top tier. I'm pretty sure I've had IBC, but it's not something I've had regularly. It's good. It's so underwhelming. It's big. It's heavy. It's big. It's heavy. It's wood. Best jingle, in my opinion, is a tie between Hot Pockets and By Minute. So then, are you a fan of the "It's Good" slogan? Because those are jingles of a very similar tier. Most glass bottle sodas use real sugar. That's why Dad's is the best, Tolatier says. The restaurant adds sugar into the mix and makes it way sweeter, so it's so delicious. I find myself craving the restaurant version. That with their chili cheese dog and fries is bliss. I tend to like my my soft drinks less sweet and more biting. That's why I tend to like Coke products more than Pepsi products because they taste less sweet to me. I see Louis here. I also see he's on a pile of junk that I know is going to turn into a boss. Is that Louis? Mr. President, I have located Louis resting on a vast mound of treasure. For him to venture to these depths alone, the desire of man is a thing to be feared. But Louis is not moving. Could he have exhausted his strength in reaching these depths? He's going to be possessed. He's going to be evil, Louis. There may yet be time quickly to Louis's aid. This is what I was afraid of. Oh, I see electricity. I don't think we're doing any damage. I see fire. My Pikmin are burning, and I'm stuck here. Alright, well, we all seem to still be okay. Oh, I understand what's happening now. Oh, I lost someone. Whoa. Don't get electrocuted. Oh, run away from that fire, that's for sure. The fire is not the most deadly substance. Electricity is the most dangerous substance in the Pikmin universe. I don't know that I don't feel like I'm being super productive. Run, it's the poison. Can they climb up his legs? I didn't think so. Look, he's all tired. Now's the time to strike. Uh-oh. No, I'm losing Pikmin. I'm definitely gonna lose some of them now. Wait a minute. How'd I get down to 17? Oh no, all the ones up here have been they're being attacked. I thought they were safe. I thought they were far enough away from the arena. Alright, well, here's what we do then. You stay up here, Mr. President. I think Louis is going to end up being on his own. No. Oh, that's it. I'm out of the red juice. So far as I can tell, I have failed to do anything of value so far. I don't think I've damaged this thing in the slightest. I don't even think I've come close. Sorry, I know I'm really behind on the chat. I will catch up with everything that you guys have to say. I'm just under some extreme pressure right now. Come on, break a piece off of him. We did it! I don't have enough Pikmin to lift it! Well, you know what? I wish I had purple Pikmin now, that's for sure. Alright, Louis. It was nice knowing you, Louis. We're out of here. Well, We left our friend behind, but we have gained valuable wisdom, and more importantly, we've gained a lot of treasure. All right. Let me rewind the chat a moment. I want to catch up on what I've missed here, which I know is a lot. Glass bottles, Dad's root beer, Quiznos. Quiznos has the best one. The best. Did as a kid in the early 80s. Oh, went to an A&W. Greg says, dropped a link to Moxie in the Discord. If you like something with bite, give it a try, Buddhafinger says. Local New England beverage, made in Maine. Used to be sold as a nerve tonic. I'm personally a fan of Head On, applied directly to the forehead, Cow says. I can taste the difference between the high fructose corn syrup they use in most sodas as opposed to cane sugar, Tolatier says. I don't know if I taste them independently, but side by side, if I have them in close proximity of one another, I feel like I can notice a difference, though it may be psychological in my case. Isn't it great? It's got a vanilla quality to it. To be honest, it was so long ago, can't remember. Haven't had one of those restaurants in decades. 7 bags of sugar to the top of the root beer dispenser. I feel like this robot is something Dr. Wily would make if he was shrunk to Rescue Ranger size. There's not enough skulls on it for it to be a Wily product, right, Buddhafingers? This is interesting. I tried streaming video games and it broke my 2013 Acer desktop. Hey, I'm using an Asus laptop to stream off of. It only comes, very close to spontaneously combusting. Oh, hey, at Jay. Welcome in, Jay. You finally got here. I did, and I had to immediately retreat in shame and horror. It constantly locks up and crashes from the GPU overheating. Oh, no, that's not good. I have no problem with a box fan. Trading friends for treasure, I see, Cow says. Guilty as charged, Cows. I lost so much coming here for the first time. Well, I like this boss a lot, actually. In concept, I really like the concept of this boss. A boss that's made of treasures, and you have to pull him apart and collect all the treasures one by one. That is brilliant. I love it. I really hope that he doesn't ruin me the next time I meet him. In just a few minutes. Alright, I lied. It's not going to be just a few minutes before I meet him, but we are going to try to head back down into that cave. Today is over. I don't want to talk about my favorite boss because I don't know what caves you've completed. Well, when we get to the menu screen here, Fowler, I'll let you. I'll kind of show you what we've done. Universal Calm, Boss Stone, Yellow Taste Tyrant, Hypnotic Platter, and Stringent Container. So I'll get you caught up to speed here. Take care, Frownie, and everyone. Thank you, C Gamble. I hope I'm pronouncing that appropriately. Thank you for the follow, and thank you for being here and chatting with us. I've greatly appreciated your company, and I do hope that you'll be able to join us another time. Have a great rest of your night or day. Not a fan of the white Pikmin. I actually like the white Pikmin quite a bit, but they're very rare. So I only use a couple of them at a time because they feel very valuable. I don't want to go back to the cave where I have to grind for the different specialty Pikmin. I'd rather save them. I'm running low. White Pikmin are very valuable and very good. Agreed. Alright, so here's what we've done. Valley of Repose. I haven't even found the last cave yet. I am assuming that the last cave on the Valley of Repose is something for even later in the game than I'm at now. I feel like that's like a post-Rescue Louie cave. So that's my hypothesis anyway. So I've not even really... I looked for it, but not very thoroughly. But I didn't see it yet. Awakening Wood, complete. We're done with this one. Feel very good about it. I'm almost done with the Perplexing Pool. That submerged castle, though. I need to go back there. There's something there. There's an enemy I don't know how to attack in the submerged castle yet. So that's kind of got me stuck near the top of that one. I haven't really gone exploring it because of that. So I'm wondering if maybe... I don't know. It's something I need to revisit. For sure. But I figured I would... I figured I'd try and clear out this area first. So I've got 3 caves that are undone yet. I got a partially done one, a not even discovered one, and the one that we're getting real close to now in the Dream Den. That's where we stand. So we're actually going to make at least 2 trips to the Dream Den. I want to make a trip to the Dream Den with a very, very blue heavy team first, so we can clear out that one water level. That's going to be the first priority, actually. Well, that's going to be the first priority in the cave. First priority is going to be to clear out enemies and recollect some spicy juice. So we're going to spend a day or so before we even go back into the cave. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare looping through the cave to grind for enough purple Pikmin to lift up this weight. I'm definitely going to need purple Pikmin to fight that boss, though, to be able to have enough strength to move that, to have enough strength to be able to move the pieces that come off of that boss. I want yellow Pikmin that I can throw up high, and I want purple Pikmin that I can carry. I think a team that's really heavy on yellow and purple is going to be my strategy for that boss. Give me 1 sec, I'm going back in time. Time for me to be heading off to bed, Cal says. I wish you and your Pikmin friends the best of luck. Right on, Cows. Thank you for being with us. I hope that you sleep well, and I hope you travel safely tomorrow. Have a good weekend. There will be more Pikmin next week for sure. Things coming up this week for those curious. There's a small chance tomorrow night's stream could end up being canceled. I hope it's not. I just want to go ahead and put that out there. There is a small chance that I might not make it for tomorrow night's stream. If I do make it, the plan is to play more Scooby-Doo at the top part, and to start to play Destruction Derby on the PlayStation 1 for the main part of the stream. That's a game I've never played it before. I rented Destruction Derby on the Commodore, on the Nintendo 64 when I was a kid, and I don't really remember it very well, but I'm looking forward to trying that. So we're gonna try that one out tomorrow, and on Friday we're gonna play Super C. It'll be the last time we're gonna play the NES Super C for a while, since we finished all of our Deathless challenges in Super C. We're gonna do a victory lap where we're gonna do multi-loop Super C, and see how many credits I can clear. See how many loops I can clear on one credit. We're also going to play Super Ghouls and Ghosts, because I need to redeem myself after last night's terrible performance in that game. And I don't know. We may experiment with starting up a different challenge. I might try. I don't know. I don't want to commit to anything. I want to try doing Castlevania with no sub-weapons soon. I don't think Friday's going to be the night for it, because I think that's probably going to take several hours. But I need to do it once so I can see. I need to do no weapons no sub-weapons Castlevania once to see if a deathless run is feasible. Is it something that I'm even gonna be able to complete once, or is it even out of the question for me? I don't know. It's gonna be so hard. It can't be worse. It can't be worse than Buster only Mega Man, though, right? Super see you later. Gonna come back to Rags to Riches sometime. I was just talking about that, Tolatier, the other night. So yeah, the thing about that, we played Rags to Riches on the C64 a little while ago, and I kind of want to play it again, because I think I know how I could do better if we do another run. The only reason I kind of don't want to play it is because our first playthrough ended with the most beautiful ending it could have possibly had. And it's so funny. It's so funny how that ended, that it just makes me think, you know what? I should just let the story in there forever, right? let me. So Rags to Riches. If you're not familiar with it, it's a game on the Commodore 64, and you start off living on the street, and you have to basically the goal is to become a millionaire to beat the game. So you have to find ways to make money and improve your sort of living situation, and find employment, and then it's like just like a simulation game, I guess. And it's pretty silly, but I had actually made it to where I had a cheap apartment, and I had two jobs that I was working daily. I had a high school education. I was ready, and I was thinking, you know what, I'm ready to move on to the next part of the game. And I went to a part of town I'd never been to before, and I found they had a loft apartment, and the rent was exactly what I needed, or exactly what I had. Was enough to pay the rent to set myself up, and there was a place to work right next to it that you just had to have a high school diploma, and I was like, for a high paying job, and I was just like, yes, there's a high paying job, there's this loft apartment, I'm gonna move here. This is perfect. Let me walk back over to that loft apartment and pay my rent. And I started walking back toward the apartment, and on my way there, I got intercepted by a man from the IRS who took all the money I had in the bank, and then I starved to death on the street. And I was like, that's the best ending. The man from the IRS got me. Is it point and click? It's not quite point and click, but it's a lot. But it's a lot like a point and click. It basically could be a point and click. It's a real sort of a simple kind of game where you just walk around, and you just all you have is a walk and an interact button. But it's pretty tough because like you have to find somewhere to sleep every night. You have to feed yourself constantly. Your hunger meter is always like running, and you die if you skip like one meal. I've got to bounce for now, but I'll be back. Thank you again for the follow, follower. Very appreciated, and I've enjoyed having you here to chat with. I look forward to seeing you again. How about Alien 3? Ooh, I do need to play that again. Alien 3 is pretty good. It's so hard, though. That might actually be good. I might put Alien 3 on the schedule again for next week since we finished Vector Man. It'd be nice to have another Genesis game on the schedule. It might be good to come back to that one. I don't know. If I feel like I have room for it. If we don't do it next week, we'll do it soon. Because I have a feeling Destruction Derby's probably going to take a night or two. Or more. Then Battletoads, right. I've actually never played Battletoads. That is something I want to try too. I'm in no way and by no means some I'm not a super game player in any way, but there is something about like really like difficult platformers that I really like challenging myself with like these with some of the like classic like super hard platformers and challenging myself to play through them really well. Spent a whole day harvesting berries. We don't have a lot to show for it. When I was growing up, my friend had Alien 3. I remember his older brother was so good at it. At least very young me thought so. It's kind of a cool game. I don't remember the specifics, but I do remember coming to the conclusion that if I'm going to do it well, I need to play it very cautiously and treat it like a horror game. That would actually probably help me in the Scooby game that we're playing now too. If I approached it a little bit more like a horror game, I'd probably make fewer mistakes. All right, we are not going to spend another whole day harvesting berries. We are going to make it back into the cave again before the sun goes down. We do have a little bit of busy work to do, but we need to get those treasures. It seems like that guy is glitched into the wall. No one can pick him up properly. They can't. Look, he's stuck. That's obnoxious. This guy tearing up my bridge every night. He drives me crazy. I wonder if her name is Bridget. Bridge 8. They're eating all the berries. Get up there. There's not going to be anything left. Tear them apart. Oh, they got away. I'm watching the sun. I'm not going to lose track of time today. Wow, those grew back fast. It's a slow, tedious business to take care of these kind of chores. We're going to harvest one more round of berries, and that's it. I think there's an enemy over here we can fight while we wait. This guy again. Get up there and tear him apart. You let him get away. I've never had so much trouble with one of those bugs. Oh, finally. It took all day. Most of the enemies, like when we fight an enemy and then we collect the enemy to take them back to our... to take them back to our pod to absorb their nutrients, we, like, most of them seem to very clearly be dead. But that guy isn't. I'm not gonna make... Alright, I'm not gonna harvest those berries. Ah, there's 2 trees worth of berries. I don't think we're gonna make it. I think I lied. I don't know how many of each type of Pikmin are out on the field. We need virtually no red, though. Well, I certainly have virtually no red. Oh, access the onion. What are you doing, man? I can't believe we actually passed the lone Pikmin. Hey, everybody, get powered up. We're going in. Alright, the mission is to clear 1 floor. Way deep down. And then we'll come back for the boss. You don't have to walk back from the cave, Buddha Fingers. Yeah. When you exit a cave, it puts you right back at your home base, so you're perfectly fine. This is a great floor 1. We just had a great floor 1, and this is even better than the previous. Yeah. Yeah, if I had to walk back from the cave, I would be really, I'd be really shooting myself in the foot, wouldn't I? That would be about as bad as things can get. It's a little slow tearing one of these open with only 5 Pikmin, but as we discovered, it's not that slow. I don't know how Pikmin speedrunners do it. I can't imagine. I can't imagine having to 100% one of these caves in one go. That sounds like one of the most devastating challenges. I have to go in on repeated, dedicated, like, single floor missions. It's all these like when you're on a mission like this to get to a particular floor, it's like every floor there's nothing happening, and yet it's so I have so much anxiety at the same time. Perfect. I was a little bit worried that some of my Pikmin were being hypnotized by that enemy with the radio signals, and that if I went down a floor while they were hypnotized, I wasn't going to be able to bring them with me. That's why I kept switching back and forth there. No, get away from that guy. Alright, here we are. I got knocked down. I'm gonna lose everybody. I'm knocked down. Tear this frog apart. Okay. I'm feeling pretty good now. We should be... The rest of this floor should be manageable. Okay, we'll turn some of this trash in. I'm just doing so bad. I just wanted to throw one Pikmin over here. That was bad. That wasn't my fault. They tripped where the frog was gonna land. I don't even know where the treasure is. Why are you following me? I did not summon you. Treasure's over there. Alright, let's look at what my numbers still look like. Alright, I got everybody except the blues that we lost. How many Pikmin games are there? Could you have done a Pikmania event? There are... Well, there are 5 Pikmin games, I think. One of them is a DS game, and one of them is a mobile game, though. So really there are 3 Pikmin games. At least, you know, mainline main series Pikmin games. But I typically like to reserve playthroughs of like several games in a series. I like to reserve that for the trash games. Good games I like to play spread out from one another, usually over the course of several months. Games that I really want to enjoy and appreciate, like in a series of quality games, I feel like it's best to play them spread out really far apart so that I can, because otherwise they just kind of blend together and just kind of muddle into one amorphous game in my memory. Talisman of Life. Sure. This whole journey was for that one treasure, and we got it. So this is a victory. Now we just have to keep going until we can find an exit. And then we can come back properly equipped for the ultimate showdown in the basement. Maybe. As a matter of fact, you guys just stay here and let me go investigate the cave. Because I might not need to bring anyone with me. I forgot what it looks like down here. I need to bring someone with me. It's so difficult to grab a team of just one type of Pikmin. I would question the logic that there are tons of long series of bad games, but somehow you're right and I'm not. I'm not 100% sure if you are arguing with me or agreeing with me. the wording there is a little cloudy. I think what you mean, I think what you're getting at is that long series of terrible games shouldn't exist, and yet they do. Okay, we have to fight this guy, unfortunately, because he's just too close to our spawn point. Unless... they might be safe over there. I don't know. All right, I'm not gonna get out of I'm not gonna get off this floor without a lot of battling. As many long series of terrible games shouldn't exist. How are there that many Scooby games? It's madness. I know. I thought it was wild when I kept finding more ET games, right? I mean, it makes sense there would be more Scooby games than ET games, since, you know, it's a bigger franchise and whatnot, but you wouldn't think there would be that many more. I think it's time to rip that Band-Aid off. What are we talking about? What are we talking about, my friend? And welcome to the stream, Will Jr. 880. Welcome in, Sparrow. Oh, the lack of me getting on and streaming music, Band-Aid? Oh, I hope you do. Where in the world is the exit hiding? I got really bad luck with this floor this time around. Well, that was unfortunate. I don't think I've ever seen Olimar get flattened like that. Okay, is the poison going to die down? I thought it was something that kind of came and went, right? Maybe I was just so far away the cloud despawned. I don't like this. I got real bad luck with this floor. This floor is as ugly as it could possibly be, just about. But you know what? They're doing a good job. I'll just be patient. I wish I could help. Okay, deadly serious question here. Is your thirst for jank so great as to subject us to sports games? Budafingers asks. Have you ever put the Madden series on the agenda, Frownie? I don't know if I could stay. No, I couldn't do that to you, Budafingers. I wouldn't do that to myself. Sports games are not something that interest me unless they've got some wacky gimmick. Like, you know, like I might play Mega Man Soccer on the stream, like something like that at some point. But I'm not gonna play just a straightforward sports game. Unless it's so unbelievably bad as to be a laugh a minute catastrophe. You're not gonna see a straightforward sports game. Or unless it's like super, super amazing. I did mention I am gonna play Destruction Derby, which is I think kind of a you know, racing game, but I think it has an amusing enough gimmick. And I don't know how much of that I'm gonna put us through. You ever play Blood Bowl? I have not. All right. All right. I am going to fight this guy a little bit. I want to gain a little bit more insight here. I'm not going to gain much insight. All of my Pikmin just got incinerated, and I can't get off the ground to stop them from being on fire. All right, well, we're out of here. That didn't need to go so poorly, but I just couldn't get up. There's a series of sports games on the Genesis where the teams are monsters. Combatants. I think that's what you're looking for. That might be kind of fun. Something with a really like over the top gimmick that kind of makes it fun might be worth playing. But yeah, I'm not enough into sports to play something that's just a straightforward presentation of the sport. You fool, you fell victim to one of the classic blunders. That's no surprise. Alright, we're gonna do a good job this time, though. We're gonna go in with the right Pikmin, and we're gonna conquer that boss. Just have to clear a path first. And harvest a few more berries. Tear him from the sky. How have I lost so many Pikmin? Evening Shino. I hate that these flowers get grown over every single night. It's so frustrating. I couldn't save them. Mutant League Football and Mutant League Hockey. Those are the games. The idea came from Blood Bowl, a tabletop game, which later made it onto PC. Their console versions for the DS, 360, and PSP. PSP might be the way to go for me on that. DS I can't stream. 360 I can't stream either because I don't own a 360. DS I just have no way of capturing. But I have a PSP, and I have the AV cords for to capture with, so that's probably the way to go. Alright, next trip down into the cave is going to be focused purely on that boss. I really hope it goes well. Every time I hear that noise of stuff being turned in back of the onion, I think it's the noise of the berries growing back. I'm always wrong, but I always fall for it. Shino request face cam inversion. We'll get on that in just a moment. Put my Pikmin to work, and here we go. Where'd this guy come from? I hate this enemy so much. How's the stream going? Pretty good. Greg. Pretty good. We've cleared out all of the treasures from that one cave we were working on, except the treasures that the boss is made of. So we're gonna regroup here, and we're gonna head down there, and we're gonna tear that boss apart. I'm not really sure what kind of team I want to make, so I'm just gonna put everybody away for a moment. Okay, we're gonna go real heavy on purple this time. And I think we're gonna go kind of light on everyone else. I'm running really low on the white Pikmin. We better bring more than that. We'll bring... 10 seems like too many to have. I hope we can make this run. Everybody still with us? Nope, we're not going to make it because the purple guys fell off the ledge. There's not enough time to get over there. Fine, we'll do it tomorrow. Let's move to the next day. I'm upset. Singer in one of the bands that you've liked since the 80s passed away. I'm sorry to hear that, Greg. Trying to make a sort of tribute video. Trying unsuccessfully to make a tribute video. Well, if you keep with it, I'm sure something will come to you. When I asked a question about how the game works, not sure if it violates the rule. Go ahead. Go ahead, Buddha Fingers. Just uploaded audio video on my music channel with a caption and description. I lost some of my white Pikmin somehow. I don't really understand what happened. That I don't know, Buddha Fingers. You do actually have to have your Pikmin with you when you go to the cave, though. I tried to leave my Pikmin here and just walk Olimar to the cave. I get what you're talking about. I tried that, and it doesn't let you do it. It's inconsistent. I'll show you because I've got to go clear out the pathway to the cave anyway, so we can get there safely again. And I should be able to show you what it does. Okay, only one enemy in our path, not bad. So if I dismiss all of my Pikmin, I run up to the, oops, I fell down. If I run up to the cave with no, well, alright, well, with one. See, look, Pikmin entering, 1 out of 100. So if I went in now, I would only have one Pikmin. Oh, I know you believe me. I just wanted to show you how I knew. Yeah, that occurred to me at some point, and I tried it. And I felt a little dumb that I hadn't been doing that, and then I went and tried it, and I was like, oh, I can't. They thought of everything. Miyamoto's always one step ahead of me. This game was made by Miyamoto. I mean, I believe he's responsible for Pikmin. Even if even if he didn't work on this one, I just attribute every Nintendo game to Miyamoto, even if I know he didn't work on it. Just as a joke, since he, kind of is Mr. Nintendo. I attribute games from different companies to him sometimes. When I need someone to shake my fist at. Just for the dumb joke of it. I have left 2 Pikmin out in the world. I've got to go collect them. I don't want to waste all the time doing this, but I have to. I need every Pikmin in the cave that can possibly be there. There we go. $21. 7. 7. 7. And the rest. There we are. I feel better about these numbers. I don't really have any reason to, I just do. Where have I misplaced 2 Pikmin? I'm losing my mind. Didn't Miyamoto create Flappy Bird? Flappy Birds. And every time I lose, I scream his name into the sky. Mario, Donkey Kong, Star Fox, and of course my favorite, the Zelda series. Pretty much, Miyamoto is responsible for creating the overwhelming majority of what I love in video games, so... I owe him a tremendous debt of gratitude. And I will repay that debt by making dumb jokes about him whenever a video game frustrates me. This is bad. This is a bad level 1. We're gonna try again to get better RNG there. There's no reason we should put up with a bad floor 1. Is that Templar Kira? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Apologies for the delayed thank you there, but I am very grateful to you. I don't run alerts on my stream, so I tend to miss things like that for a while sometimes. I read he's not allowed to ride a bike to work for safety reasons because he's so important. I feel like I might have heard that before as well. I probably wouldn't have ever thought of it if you hadn't mentioned it, but I feel like I've heard that. I wonder if that's actually true or if it's just kind of a rumor. I would definitely believe it. If I were Nintendo, you know. He's like their most valuable resource. I'd hire a food tester to make sure he didn't get accidentally poisoned. At least I acknowledged him. I think that this is my guess. I could be wrong about this, and you know, I'm sure everybody probably understands, but I don't want to know if I am right or wrong. But my guess, just to share what I'm thinking, is that this boss down at the bottom here is really the final boss of the game, and that anything else we encounter is probably going to be of a lesser level of challenge, for the most part. But I may be surprised with another nightmare. We'll see. I do also know there's like a challenge mode. There's like where that, which I don't really know what that is because I've never accessed it yet. But I've seen it on the main menu that since we unlocked it. It's I'm guessing it's just a set of really difficult, or probably increasing in difficulty, cave systems like this for us to battle our way through, probably with a predetermined arrangement of Pikmin types and numbers. And I don't know if we're gonna do all of those. I don't know if we're gonna do all of the challenges. I'll have to see what they're like before I decide whether or not we want to wade through those, because we have been playing Pikmin for a very long time. It might be a situation where we sort of 100% the game and leave those challenges for now, and maybe come back to them further down the road. There's nothing really to stop us from that, unless my sister really wants this game back for some reason. But she did indicate to me that she has no real plans of revisiting it anytime soon. So I think we're safe. Olimar, I'm very upset with you right now. That almost went very badly. If this attempt at the cave goes bad, the thing is, I don't have enough of certain Pikmin in the bank to make it another run immediately. If this run goes bad and I lose a lot of our Pikmin, I'm gonna have to grind the caves for more white Pikmin before we can make another run. So we've really only got one shot at this tonight, because I don't think I have it in me to go on a cave grind after this fails. I'm gonna be too heartbroken. So hopefully it won't fail. Hopefully we'll just make it down there, and we'll conquer that boss, and we'll feel very good about ourselves. Get us out of here quick. That floor is terrible. Terrible floor. One of the worst floors in the game. You know, anywhere where you start off surrounded by water, the risks are just too high. No, it's locked up. There is no way. There is no way that that enemy knew I was on the other side of the wall. I refuse to believe that. This game is just disgusting in its dishonesty sometimes. Come on, you should know by now anything is possible in video games, no matter how ridiculous or absurd. If only that weren't true. Deeper and deeper we go. I've been upside down for a very long time, haven't I? I sure have. Let's, reestablish the proper alignment. See what kind of enemy's gonna drop on my head over here. No one? Really? Believe me, I'm glad when an enemy doesn't fall on my head, but I'm also very suspicious. Okay, there's pretty much no way the exit's going to be in this direction, right? Guess it doesn't hurt to take a look. I mean, it might hurt to take a look if it keeps dropping stuff on me. He can't come all the way over here, right? We've been dealt a really nasty hand in regard to this floor. Five Pikmin can work much faster than you might naturally assume, right? Pikmin is fun. I really like Pikmin. It's just sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's a little tedious, and frequently it's terrifying. I'm so scared for our Pikmin all the time. They're so fragile. And the enemies we face are so ferocious. think this is it. I think this is the floor. It's the ultimate sub-level of the Dream Den. I just don't even know what to do about this. I'm not ready for this challenge. I'm not ready to be here. All right, we're gonna face our fears in just a moment, my friends. I'm gonna step away for just a moment. I need to stretch my legs, get a new drink, and get mentally prepared real quick to face this challenge. So I'm gonna take a very short BRB. Just the length of about one song or so. Thank you so much for being here, though. I'll go ahead and tell you that before I step away for a minute. I really appreciate your company. So many fine people have come in. I'm very grateful to Barnacules for the tremendous raid and all of the wonderful folks who have stuck around for so long afterward. Thank you very much. Do not fear, Frownie, for we are the music makers and we are the dreamers of the dream. I'm very scared, Buddha Fingers. I'm going to step away and take a break, and then I'm going to come back and immediately get ruined by this boss, is what I think is about to happen to me. But thank you, my friends. If you want to see how stunningly I go down in flames, just stand by for a moment. I'll see you again very briefly.